Hello, we are from Group A, consists of me, and Steves Mangosong, and my friend Hertati Delima Banoria. In here, we are explain about the country that we choose from our mini research is about Japan. Official name is a Nippon or Nihon Koku or Japan. Year of establishment is 3rd May 1947 according to the 1947 Peach Constitution. National Day is December 23rd, Emperor Akihito's birthday. Front of stage is Emperor, hand of the stage is Emperor Akihito, signs 7 January 1989. Hand of the government is PM Shinzo Abe. Minister of the Foreign Affairs is Taro Eso. Speaker of Parliament is Yokei Kono Chingoke Oiji. Total population is 127,333,000 people, consisting of ethnic Japanese and of a few Koreans, Chinese, and another. Natural resource is agricultural product, animal husbandry, marine. Main export is motor vehicle, semiconductor, electronic goods, and chemical. Why was Japan called a Nippon? The sign rise first in Japan. In Japanese, this country is called Nippon or Nihon, which means is rising sun. This nickname has existing since the time of the Chinese Empire. In the area before Christ, the Chinese Empire was far more advanced and developed than the Japanese Empire. Geography of the Japan. Japan consists of more or less 3,900 islands with a land area of 377,728 square kilometer, which is located east of mainland Asia between 120 until 150 bt and 20 until 50 lu, with the following territorial boundaries. And to the west is bounded by the Korean Peninsula, and to the north is bounded by the Sakhalin Island, and to the south is bounded by Eastern China, and the last is to east is bounded by the Pacific Ocean. Season and temperature in Japan. The four seasons in Japan are spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Spring is temperature gradually warms, cherry blossom bloom in the season from the March until May. And the summer, there are times when it often rains, and after that, the temperature gets hotter. It's from the June until August. And the autumn, the hand begins to decrease. It's from the September until November, and the last is winter. The temperature drops and get colder. Snowing is some location in the start in month December until February. In here is about the Japan level average temperature in Tokyo is the data from the January until the December. The Japanese people have an overall face which sunlight don't draw downward thickness, so they don't need plastic organs anymore. Moreover, the oval face shape is easily adapted to any hairstyle. It it is no wonder that many hairstyles in Indonesia imitate Japanese hairstyle. Okay, the next slide will be explained by Hertati.
Okay, thank you. And now I will explain about the tradition and religion. The state situation of religion is unusually the world because most Japanese belong to two religions, Shinto and Buddhism. At the same time, there are not favorite religions in daily life. The Shinto religion is action and animistic, today used for celebration and wish. The Buddhist religion from the Asian mainland, originally psychological and ethical, today serves mainly funerary purposes. About 1% of Japanese are Christians, while people from the foreign countries can, of course, practice their own religion. The Constitution of Japan guarantees freedom of thought and religion while promoting international peace. The population trends and foreigners in Japan in the period after World War II. Many children were born and built up the economy of the second in the world by the 1860s. Most of them are living long and healthy lives with secure pensions, while fewer and fewer children are born this day. The population has peaked about 125 million and it's projected to go down below 100 million this century. So while they have enjoyed the harmony about 80 98% of people being of the same race and culture, mostly middle class economically, they are starting to realize that they need more foreigners in the future because of the large proportion of elderly retires. And the Japanese personality. One general characteristic of the Japanese personality is reserve. There is a sense that is more elegant not to show all the one could or say or do. They have a saying that our hawk does not show it cows. A person who is not flashy by humble and understated is especially admired. If his or her competence is shown only indirectly through action or the reaction of others. And the next is the political and governmental system. Since the promulgation of the Constitution in November 1846, Japan has implemented a democratic government system by dividing power over three parts, namely legislative, executive, and judicial. The, part, the party system is multi-party consisting of the Liberal Democratic Party or LDP, Social Democratic Party or SDP, DPG or Minsuto, New Komeito Japan Communist Party or GCP. The current ruling party is the LDP. The next is Japanese economic system. Japan's industrial and free market economy is the third largest in the world after the United States and China in terms of international purchasing power parity. Its economy was highly efficient and competitive in areas related to the international trade, but productivity was lower in agriculture, distribution, and service. Culture in Japan. Japanese culture include the interaction between the strong indigenous German culture and the influences from abroad that followed. Initially, China and Korea had a lot of influence, starting with the development of Yayoi culture around 3300 BC. The amalgamation of Greek and Indian culture tradition influenced Japan's art and religion from the 6th century AD, complemented by the introduction of the Mahayana sect of Buddhism. The popular food. Japanese people usually like to eat either traditional food. Most of the evening TV shows are devoted to the discovery and production of quality traditional food. Japanese food has made a name of itself around the world with sushi, which is usually made from various types of raw fish mixed with rice and wasabi. Sushi has many fans around of the world. Japanese foods relies on changing seasons, serving cold noodles and sashimi in summer, while hot ramen and shabu-shabu in winter. The history of Japanese history of the state of Japan. This Japanese nation first became famous because it's the first Asian nation that was able to imitate European nation in industrial development. Japan was also the first Asian nation which, at the beginning of the 20th century, was able to face Europeans in war using modern technological tools and weapons, and evidenced by defeating Russia in the Russo-Japan War 84 until 85, and had previously defeated China in the First Sino-Japanese 90 1894 until 1985. And the last is the Japanese education system consists of 6 years of primary education and 6 years of secondary education. Secondary education in Japan is divided into 3 years of lower secondary education and 3 years of lower education. I think it's all that's from our group. We say thank you.